All right, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash.
and double honors to our apostles, bishops, great millstone, peace and salutations to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, and the Israelites that are scattered all around the world, which we refer to as the Israelite foreigners. All right, I'm the brother Kassad, and I got the brother
Parathon.
right, and we the brothers of Great Millstone, New York City camp. Lord willing, we out here to bring out another edifying video. Okay, we want to go into current events. All right, we see in the news. All right, uh, business as usual, prophecies coming to pass, such as war. All right, we see our adversaries, which is these other nations, these heathens. They they're going against each other. Okay, they're having these infighting. All right, you having Edomite against Edomite. All right, which is so-called white people or so-called white people. All right, so we in that time, man. Prophecies unfolding, man. Yeah, bring that up.
All right, this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 26. I'll start at 25. All right, it says, And Yahushai knew their thoughts and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. Right. So right now we see in this kingdom, because this land that we dwelling in, it is a kingdom. All right. It's biblically known as Babylon the Great, which is prophesied to be destroyed. Right. And it said every kingdom. Read that part again.
It says, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation.
Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation. And right now we see in this kingdom being divided against itself. All right. An example we see, all right, just late what's going on in the news right now. You see Donald Trump beefing with Elon Musk, okay, pertaining to the policies or the bills that Donald Trump is declaring or trying to put in effect. Okay. So we see in-house fightings between, different Edomites, man, because this is the scripture say the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Now the wicked are the Edomites, so-called white people. Okay, and now they're coming up against each other, man. All right, having that contention. Okay, envying one another. All right, and then you see Edomites in other parts of the world, which is their brothers, such as the Russians. All right, that's their main enemies, man. Their main enemy is their own selves.
Right.
Edomites from another country. All right, and they're gonna end up destroying one another. Okay.
Yep. It says, And every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. It says, And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand?
Right. So, like the old saying goes, united we stand, divided we fall. All right. So we're seeing that division take place. All right. And now we're seeing our enemies fall, man, due to that division. Okay. All right. And it said if Satan cast out Satan, what it said again? If Satan cast out Satan, how shall his kingdom stand? Yeah. Right. So, Satan, the word Satan means adversary. All right. We look it up. Okay. And the adversary to the Most High and his people, which are the Israelites, is the so-called white people. All right, and they're the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan, right? So if they're coming up against each other, their kingdom ain't gonna stand, man. Okay, and this is all prophecy because it's prophesied to come to an end anyway, man. Okay, but yeah, we wanted to use the example of Donald Trump, Elon Musk, but we see that on a broader scale. Like I gave the example of Russia and the United States. All right, the EU. Coming up against America, okay, so forth and so on. You got something?
Yeah, I'm going to just do this is Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And it says, And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Yeah, that's right, man. And these are the times that we live in, man. All right, you're seeing the war drums being beaten. All right, all these nations are preparing their military. All right, flexing their nuclear arsenals. All right, to get ready for war, man. All right, this third and final woe. All right, and this is how you know, hey, we living in the last days, man. Because, hey, man, as the brother was speaking about, man, the kingdoms being divided against himself. All right, wars and rumors of wars. All right, you know, we filter all these things through the scriptures, and we know, hey, these are the last days, man. Right? It says what? And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. It says, see that you be not troubled. All right. So if you're an Israelite of the elect, all right, see that you be not troubled, man, because while the rest of these people out here panic, all right, us in this truth, all right, you know, we rejoice, man. We rejoice at the fall of this kingdom, man. We rejoice when things quote unquote go bad, man. All right, when the price of goods go up, man. Right? We rejoice at these things, man, because this wicked kingdom, all right, is about to come to an end. Right? It says what? For all these things must come to pass. All right, so all these things must come to pass, man. All right, so this idea of making America great again and healing the wounds and bringing America back and all these, hey man, them days is gone, man. All right, the glory days of Babylon the Great, America is gone, man. It's done, man, and it ain't coming back, man. It's just gonna continue to get worse. All right, they might have a temporary fix here or there, all right, but eventually all this is gonna come crashing down, man. Right? It says, but the end is not yet. So guess what, man? Yeah, no man knows the days that the Lord is going to return. All right, but guess what, man? We look forward for these things, and we put in our spirit. We ask the Lord to put in our spirit, all right, to endure until the end. Man. All right, whether it's a few months from now, a couple of years from now, either way, man. All right, we hasten the day. All right, ultimately, that's what we do, man. We hasten the day, man. All right. It says what? For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. Yeah, that's right, man. So the division, all right, is more and more, man. All right, that idea of the United States of America ain't no united, man. The world ain't united, man.
Yeah.
All right.
I wanted to also bring out this article that the elder brother Zakar he has shared with us, which I found very intriguing because it just show you how this devil is coming down with that great wrath. Yeah, so this is from the WhiteHouse.gov. It says presidential actions restricting the entry of foreign nationals to protect the United States from foreign terrorists and other national security and public safety threats. Right. So it says during my first administration, I restricted the entry of foreign nationals into the United States, which successfully prevented national security threats from our borders and which the Supreme Court upheld in Executive Order 14161 of January 2025, protecting the United States from foreign terrorists and other national security and public safety threats. I stated that it is the policy of the United States to protect its citizens from aliens who intend to commit terrorist attacks, threaten our national security, espouse hateful ideology, or otherwise exploit the immigration laws for malevolent purposes. So he got various different countries on his list. All right, and one that popped out was he had Haiti on that list. Okay, but yeah, if you want to, he had other nations such as Afghanistan and Iran. But if you want to check it out, all right, just Google the article that I just brought out. But yeah, the point is that this man, he knows that he has a short time, man. You know, he knows that his time is near, man. Okay, and he's gonna show you who he is. He's gonna show you his true nature.
You want to read it?
Come on,
Yeah, sure. Yeah. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. It says, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Yep.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea,
Keep going.
for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he know it that he had but a short time.
Right, the devil's coming down on who? Mainly you Israelites, because you're the main enemy to the super elite. All right, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers. All right, the Century Elite, the ones that know the truth, the ones that call themselves the so-called Illuminati. All right, the children of Israel, which are you so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. All right, you're the ones that's the enemy to the so-called white man. That's why it's the scripture. That scripture is telling you to rejoice. All right, ye heavens and ye that dwell in them. All right, all the Israelites that then passed on, that have been slain. All right, by the red horse in Revelation 6 chapter, which is the so-called white man. All right, women and child, Esau, the nation of Edom in general. Okay, during the time of slavery, all the way to this day, man. All right, now we're seeing this man's end. All right, now we're seeing this man's downfall. Okay, and it said the devil, which is who? Esau, Edom, right? It said, shall come down unto you having great wrath. Part of that great wrath is declaring these draconian laws, man. Martial law, okay? As we just read the example of, closing their borders to foreign nationals, man. Okay? Um, and it's gonna intensify, man. As things get tighter, all right, as the economy continues to stumble, okay, and when they decide to move forward with that agenda, which is the new world order, man. Okay,
Yep, yep, yep.
global reset, so forth and so on.
Yeah.
I had something for you.
All right.
This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. It says, "And Yahweh thy power, Yahweh Shem Shai, will put all these curses upon thine enemies."
Yeah, that's right, man. So this is the time we live in, man. All right, we have been cursed in this land. All right, you so-called whites, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you've been cursed on this land. But guess what, man? As our time, all right, here in this captivity, in this prison, all right, has begin to end. All right, for lack of a better way of putting it. All right, all these curses that we've been through, man. Hey, man, it's gonna go upon our enemies, man. All right, so now guess what? You go on the internet, you go on the Instagram, you go on TikTok, you see a bunch of Edomites, all right, complaining. All right, a bunch of Edomites crying about America has no hope. All right, even the black woman, she's our enemy. She, her ass just got fired from a bunch of jobs, right? So all these curses is coming upon our enemies, man. All right, the so-called white man, he's out here, he's crying about
I got something for you.
no jobs.
Sirach 41, verse 7. It says, matter of fact, I start at verse 6. Sirach 41 and 6. It says, the inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. It says, the children will complain of an ungodly father,
Mm-hmm.
because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Yeah, that's right, man. So the children right now, these Edomites, they complain of an ungodly father, man. All right, you know.
Where Thomas Jefferson,
Yep.
George Washington, Christopher Columbus,
Right.
all right, David Rockefeller, all right, what's the dude, Maya Angelou Rothschild, all
Right.
right, the Borgia family, so forth and so on, you know.
Hey, man. Even now, man, people complaining about DJ Trump, man. All right. You know, sending back all these these workers, all right, which is Jake. Guess what, man? A lot of these same Edomites, man, that voted for Trump, their business is falling apart, man. All right, because it can't survive, all right, without that cheap and efficient labor, man. All right, so you see a few interviews, and they asking, yo, how you think Trump is doing, right? And they say, yo, I didn't vote for this, man. All right. So now, they think things was all good. Guess what, man? These curses are falling upon you, right? And you complain about godly father, man. But guess what, man? Hey, you guys are the wicked anyway, man. All right.
And it said the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish. So everything that they've inherited, like the scriptures say, they're gonna say surely. Matter of fact, let me read that. Inherited lies. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Right. So, all right. This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19. It says, "O Lord, my strength and my fortress, and my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, Surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things wherein there is no profit.
Mm.
Right. So, like I said, the inheritance of sinners' children shall perish, man. All right. And right here, the Gentiles, which are nothing more than a bunch of heathens and sinners, all right. The main one is who? Esau, Edom, right? It said they're gonna say in the near future when the, when they start when the Most High bring that judgment on them, right? It says surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, right? Lies and vanity, all right. Lying, saying that you're the chosen people of the Most High. Vanity, which is the society, man. Okay, the society is nothing but vanity. It's the inventions or it's created by the precepts of men. Okay, catered to women, right? Catered to moles, you know, so forth and so on. That was
You know,
that.
this is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. It says, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. And guess what, man? We in that time where ain't nobody rejoicing. All right? So even this man is own people. All right? So to speak about what, man? If he's not good to himself, to whom he be good, man? Roughly paraphrasing. All right? So that advantage, you Edomites once have, man, that advantage is no more. There's a big disadvantage now because at least Jake know how to maneuver it when things are tight, man. All right, a lot of these Edomites when things go wrong, hey man, they off themselves, man. Right? It says when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. Nobody rejoices. It says, but when the wicked bear it rule, the people mourn, and that's what you see going on right now. A lot of mourning, man. And guess what, man? Expect more mourning to come, man. All right, more mourning, more bloodshed, more gnashing of teeth. All right, because hey, man, this the so-called white man, he's a wicked man. All right, and his wicked rulership, all right, is about to crumble. Right, kind of perceptive going on here.
That's right.
Uh-huh. This is Ecclesiasticus, Sirach, chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, kingdom is translated from one people to another.
Right. It said injuries and riches got by deceit. Right. So so-called white man. All right. That's who was talking about, man. All right. All right. You know, because you got Edomites, they're the main ones that fit that scripture. Okay, because we know their history. We know that so-called white man, he everything that he got is through ill-gotten gain, man. Like the scripture say in St. John the 10th chapter, man. He's the thief that came to steal and kill and to destroy, man. Okay, he is the wicked. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. He is the blasphemer. He is the backstabber, man. He is the one that can't be trusted, man. He is the cursed one, right? With that leprosy, right? And it said,
Read it again.
yeah, one more time.
All right, Sirach chapter 10, verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous
Right,
dealings.
unrighteous dealings, man. All right, creating a society, catered towards so-called white privilege and not giving other nations, primarily the children of Israel, a shot at the at prosperity. Okay, keeping us systematically in the pit. Keeping us systematically in the trap, man, in the ditch. All right, through what? Through debt, through prison houses, through snares, which is drugs. All right, through the food. All right, this man has, you know, tried to find every way to destroy the so-called black man, the so-called Latino man. All right, and we know what he did to the Native Americans. How he got America. He stole it.
Hmm.
You know that.
Yeah,
Unless you want to say something.
no. Just we just read about unrighteous dealings. I want to read this scripture also. This is Psalms chapter 55, verse 20. It says he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. So, and this man, he's a warmonger, man. All right. When this so-called white man speaks about peace, He's really speaking about war, man. You can't trust anything he says, man. All right, he speaks with a forked tongue. All right, going around the world. All right, starting all types of wars, man. That's why the military is stressed thin right now, man. Right? As soon as your country get a little natural resource or anything, hey, man, this man is over there, man. Right? It says he had put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He had broken his covenant. Right? And we know about this man. He doesn't keep any of his promises. Nope. You say your word is your bond? Nah, man. All right? This man, his word is, hey, man, just anything he says, hey, think the opposite. Right? How many treaties did he break with the Native Americans, man? The Northern Kingdom, man. All right? So where are they at now? Okay? It says what? The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. All right. Yeah. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So yeah, that goes with the theme, man. You gotta watch this man. You know, you know, in what he says, man. Right? You gotta watch him, man. Monitor everything that he says, man. Because guess what, man? Something sounds good, and he got different ways. All right, how he speaks. All right, he pushing, his media. All right, little photo ops here and there, man. Right? All I want is peace. But guess what, man? Ultimately, man, all right, this man is preparing for war, and he's about to come down upon you, upon Jake, man. Niggas out here boasting about voting for Trump and all these type of things, man. You shouldn't even be voting for somebody that's, none of your nation, man. All right, and that's according to the scriptures, right? You know, it says, but war was in his heart. The words of his words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords, man. So guess what, man? All these things that DJ Trump and his government is talking about making America great again and making America safe again and all these things, man. It's really a big plot, all right, to come down on you, Jake, man. All right, have military all up in your neighborhood, all right. The so-called just due process of going to court and all these type of things, man. When martial law hit, all none of that shit gonna matter, man. All
Right.
right.
I hear brothers say all the time, which it makes sense when brothers bring this out. Donald Trump trying to deport all the Northern Kingdom because they don't want that the tribes to come back together and unite.
Right.
That's
Right.
what they're afraid of, man. Because they're already the minority.
Right.
They try to act like they're the majority, but really they're the minority. I got something for you. This is Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so
Yeah, that's right, man. So it says what? Never trust thy enemy. All right. And best believe, man, this man, all right, is our enemy. All right. From the womb. This idea of, they gotta be raised a certain way. Hey, man, this man was born our enemy, man. They can't even help themselves, man. All right. So you never trust them, man. All right.
it says, Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness."
Yeah, that's right, man. So iron gonna rust, and the Edomite gonna be wicked, man. All right,
Or
just straight up. That's just how that go. You know,
the devil gonna be the devil, man.
right?
You know,
You
he
know,
can only hold out for so long.
right. You know what I'm saying? Like that, all that little smile and all that. You can't keep that up. You know. Mhm.
It says, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him, and thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away."
Yeah, that's right, man. So do he humble himself, man? All right. Hey, man, and this is an old play, man. They continue to, you know, have the same plays when it comes to Jake. All right, they looking out for your, you know, for your betterment. Hey, remember when the C-19 was popping? They had the news article, the person, I think it was on the paper. Oh, they need the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, all right, to take the C-19 first because they looking out for us. What? You know what I'm saying? What? Nah, man. All right. So you gotta watch him, man. Right? Because guess what? No matter how much he tries to suppress it, no matter how much so-called good he does for you and he looks out for you, man, just you have to remember this man is the devil, man, and his horns is eventually going to show, man. Especially in these days, man. Especially in these last days. You know.
Right. So, any other scriptures?
Nah, I think
All right. So, no willingness lesson was edifying. All right. The water for those tuning in. We're gonna close by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, and Kakadash. All right. And with that, we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.